Hey you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm Robin and I am already a hot sweaty mess. I've been working for over an hour for sure out here. I don't like to bring the camera with me first thing in the morning, and I'm not made up, and then I just had to get out of my t-shirt and longer pants because it's hot as crap out here. So anyhow, I want to show you first a clip of the grapes that I took with my cell phone about 2 days ago. So let's watch that first. Hey you guys, it's Robin from Southern Latitudes, and I was just watering some of my trees and vegetables and stuff, and I happened to see this. Do you see this? Yeah. That's grapes. Grapes are waking up after the 2 days of rain that we had. Oh, and they're going, I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, this is the bad side of the sun. But they're going all the way up the line here. Here, let me get on the sunnier side for you. Can you see that? Yeah. We got grapes coming everywhere. Of course, he doesn't want to show you guys that. And over here is my just regular green grape. Doing so awesome. And then, look at this. The blackberries. This is Washita blackberries. They've got new growth on all of their canes. Look at that. The squirrels may have beat me to the mulberries, but they better not beat me to the blackberries. That's all I can say. Look at this. Oh my word. It's hard to do that with that sun coming and going, but we got buds. Yes, we do. Oh, they're cute. I hope you saw the birds. Anyhow, so since I made that, we're seeing even more leafing out here. Down the whole line, we're getting leafing out, which is great. See how, even though those little spurs look short, there is growth coming in on each one of them, and it goes all the way down the line, which is super cool. It's kind of like how I imagined it. Isn't that great? And yes, you will have little of aphids. Do not treat them with Sevin dust, neem oil, nothing. Okay, because right behind your leaves and your aphids, which are sometimes on the bottom, are coming your little flowers for your fruit. And you do not, and I repeat, partially because the airplane, you do not want to put chemicals on there before you get your flowers to get your fruit. So anyhow, I thought that's absolutely awesome, just going down the whole thing. And then over here, the green grape, that was the Summit Muscadine. The green grape is starting to wake up, but really only on this section so far. I don't know. Ooh, I worry about this grape. It's not dead, but it doesn't seem to thrive either. It was that way last year. It did great 2 years ago. So I thought maybe last year it was just kind of taking the year off. We'll see how it continues. I've been hitting it a little bit with fish emulsion as I pass along, and I've done a couple treatments on my different peppers in here. I was going down it today, all sorts of new growth on it, and I get to the end and look what I'm seeing. Blooms. Yes, and probably for 2 days too, because that one's already bloomed and fallen off. So the blackberries are here a month early, and I would attribute that potentially to the fact that we got rid of the tree that was in the center here, and we've totally cleaned up what was the sun blinding. The sun is blinding me now. So these two oaks used to touch, and now they are getting so much more morning sun. And wow, and it's paying off a month early here. And the grapes too, for that matter. So that's pretty cool. And the elderberry, I think everything did better with a little bit more light with that tree cleaned up. Trees. And even here, it's not supposed to be a food forest tour, but let's just do this. So this is dragon fruit. And I got it as a little piece last year. A friend gifted it to me, and it went up 3 segments installed. Now it's gone up a whole nother segment this spring, which is pretty cool. So we're going to see where it goes next. It looks like it may be trying to start another bud. I don't know. We'll see. This is my air plant. And look, it fell to the ground during the hurricane. I put it up here. Now it's going to go to flower. Can you guys see that? Oh. So anyhow, I still haven't seen a single bloom on my guava. I don't know, it's making this thing unhappy. The elderberries are definitely blossoming, but I'm not seeing fruit being made, so I guess the bees are probably not hitting it very hard. In fact, a lot of what used to be flowers is just going brown, sadly. Not making any berries yet. It will. I'm not worried about it. I tried to put up my banana support. That didn't work. Oh, see the tree? See the base of the oak? This dog. Buddy, get him. Get him. Get him, buddy. Get him. He's about to launch. Get him, buddy. Get him. Okay, so my whole yard smells pretty good like fish emulsion. And I mean that in the most sarcastic way possible. So I've been in here for really a little bit last night and then this morning trying to find my onion rows. And I did accidentally pull some out. But I wanted to do a bit of a comparison for you and for my sake especially. These are right here, the Granix. Hold on, I pulled the tag out when I was weeding. Granix hybrid onion, and that came out of my local Ace hardware store. Starting to bulb up pretty nice. This one's bulbing up real nice. Some of them not so bulbing at all. There's a couple in there not bulbing. Then we come back here. I had one here that split, and this one split. I accidentally pulled out some while weeding, which is the price you pay for weeding. And again, some of these Granix look pretty nice. They're not done, but they're looking there, you know, close. Occasionally you got one that didn't do well. And then I have some that are just a little bit more round. And then we get down here. These are the Haas 1015Y onions. So in the name it says 1015, which means you're supposed to plant them or get them started around October 15th. So with that said, these didn't get here till middle of November. And they were in a bit of shock. They stayed an extra day in the post office box. The hurricane delayed everybody as well. They were kind of slimy, just in shock. And I wanted to give a fair assessment. Again, some of them are starting to bulb a little bit. Not much here. And they're definitely not as much as that Granix up there. They're, you know, smaller. Would you agree? You guys agree in the comments down below? I can't remember. I think these are also them. Maybe here's one of the nicer, bigger ones right here. That's maybe 2 inches, 3 inches. Not quite 3, just under it. So it's not doing great. Not doing awful. It just needs time. if this one's going to split on me right here, you see the two different stalks. So, and it looks pretty big. It wants to bulb into two different circles, if you will, two different bulbs. So, you know, I don't know what to do about that. These are not ready at all. Hold on just a second. Let's be fair about this. This is a leek. This is never going to bulb. This is a leek. And then I think this is onion. So I think we only have, this is a leek. I think we only have 3 leeks right here, which are going to behave differently. And then we have the white phantom, which isn't too bad. They're a small white onion, and I should have thinned this out right here, and I never did. I didn't care because honestly I had to resow these like 3 times, and I thought they either survive or they don't. We lost a whole bunch to the hurricane. We lost a whole lot of everything, in this row in particular, the first go around to the Hurricane Helene, which thankfully I still had some starts, and I'm having trouble seeing which ones are my plethora starts. I did have plethoras in here, but I also plugged in some of the hosses. So I don't, like, hold on a second. Let me finish up on the white onion. So they're okay. I think these probably tolerate some heat better. I love this. If we could just get them all to this size, I'll be happy. That's a really good roasting onion. And over here, I am not sure, but I think this is a plethora. I think this is one of my plethoras from the original planting or the second planting. So I don't know, that your guess is as good as mine. The tags, maybe, yeah, it says plethora in here. So the odds of them being plethora are better, but I still did somewhere I just plugged in the hosses. Anyhow, let's come down here to the Chianti Reds, which we really do love the Chianti Red. I just ordered more seed from Any Seed, and they're coming along. Everything's slow, everything's behind. I think that hurricane really messed all of my timeline up. And in some ways, it only reinforced my old timeline, which is, hold on, let's look down here. My grapes, I need to tie up my grapes. Yeah, these are just barely, they're starting, but they're just barely starting to bulb. Yep, and I did all the fertilizer treatments like I was supposed to. I used up an entire bag of ammonium sulfate on here. And I was thinking of buying the Chilean nitrate, but I didn't. And at this point, I think I'm not supposed to. But I've been hitting it with fish emulsion instead, which is high nitrogen. I don't know. I could be doing that wrong too, but I figured some nutrition was better than 0 nutrition at all. So I would say my best is right there, my biggest and best, and that's the Granix from Ace. And really, I think there's nothing terribly special about the onion other than it got in, you know, 2-3 weeks earlier than that. And some of these were in, but they struggled to survive, so they stayed small way too long. I don't know. Y'all, I'm just trying to understand what happened to my garden besides just a hurricane and, you know, a delay. The biggest problem, I think, is that it was delayed. And it reinforces that this year we will be having an onion party at late July. We usually say the 19th, but any time between July 19th and August 1st, I will be having an onion party online, and you guys follow along with me, get your starts going, and yeah, hopefully we'll have bigger onion. The goal is, can we grow to May? Yes. I don't think I've ever grown into June, but I have grown into May. But when you do that, you're risking rot, because then the rains are going to start coming more frequently. Those tops will rot, which means you could rot the inside of your tomato bulb. You don't want that. You want to have them pulled off long before we get to the intense heat and humidity and rain. Let me show you something. Okay, we're on my wooden table in the back porch. These are the little white onions I accidentally pulled, but you know, those will taste really good. I actually pulled a bit of a chunk of meat that looks a lot like a London broil, so I'm going to probably do that. This is one of the big onions, hadn't bulb well. There's a red onion that I accidentally pulled. Then we come down here. This looks pretty good. I don't know which was which. And I think this might have been the ace onion, but I'm not sure. You can see it split. It's one base. It splits early in life and then makes two tops and two bulbs. All right, you Florida people in particular, be looking for your sales, because a lot of the seed companies have already assumed everybody's bought seed for the year, because most of the country has already bought seed for the year. And so they're looking to give you free shipping, give you discounts on prices and so forth. So anyhow, I'm on a lot of email lists for seed companies, all sorts of companies that I've ordered from in the past. I really am, where is it? I'm pretty attached to this Chianti red because it doesn't split like a lot of the other reds. I used to do Red Creole. I've done, was it Southern Belle? Oh, I've done all sorts of reds. I can't even think of them all. But anyhow, I like this Chianti the best. And it's a hybrid. And so anyhow, I keep my eye open to NEC seeds, NE seed sales. That's what I was trying to say. So I got an email saying free shipping for anything over $10. Well, I know this is probably like, I don't remember, but like about $10. So great. Okay, and I also got the white phantom there. So those were the two I was going to, and I got free shipping. But then I thought, I do love the plethora. Absolutely love the plethora onion. But what did they have that was comparable to the same? So for 1,000 seeds, I think $10 or less. I can't remember. Y'all, I don't remember. I try to block it out, I guess. And 1,000 seeds, you can't hardly beat that, right? So I could grow for me, I can grow for friends. Onion seed doesn't last well past 2 years. You'll get very low germination if you try to go 3. So, okay, I'm gonna go with this early sweet short day onion. Oh, by the way, all of these are short day onions. If you're growing in the South, short day, and you grow over the winter. Then for little bunching onions, I did end up using, finally, all of my bunching onion seed. And I love it. And I can, now these will go a couple, 3-4 years. And so I did that. So I got a 1/2 ounce of the white Lisbon bunching seed. Now I've had this, but in smaller packets from I think from Johnny's, maybe, could have been Haas. But anyhow, but that's used up. So now I have plenty of this for the next couple of years. Now, shallots should not work here, most likely. So, but I'm not done trying. This is a short day or neutral day. It's called Tropea rosa lunga. It looks like a shallot. It was in the onion category, but I don't know. It says long-growing late variety producing a large pear-shaped bulb whose tunics are light red on the outside and pinkish white on the inside. That's the layers. Popular when consumed fresh thanks to its very tender, sweet bulbs. This variety does not keep well. Well, that's okay. I just wanted to see one more time. I'm going to just try a different variety. I've tried twice, 2 other varieties, and they're just difficult, more difficult here in Florida. We're just going to try it. can't hurt to try. I don't think it was that much. I love my Narvik carrots. I just harvested a bunch of my Narvik carrots, but these were organic coreless Nantes. And I think there was a sale on these. That's why I got them. So I just went ahead, and I am out of carrot seed. And if I make an order to Johnny's, I'll get some more Narvik too. But at this point, I just wanted to have my bases covered. And I probably will make that. I probably will in a couple months go order from Johnny's. There you go. I have my onion party seeds are already here. We probably will do a real harvest in about a month. It's sort of a disjointed video, and I apologize for that. I just wasn't inspired by one particular topic. But I was excited when I saw the grapes coming out, and then this morning I saw the blackberries blooming. And then I've been just working, trying to remove as much weed as I can out of that, almost a full garbage can worth of weeds out of the onion bed. Trying to stay on top of all the weeds. Oh, and I'll show you a couple pictures of the carrots on the way out that I pulled. It wasn't a huge harvest, but actually the carrots were quality. They were beautiful. We roasted carrots that night, the small ones, you know, the little ones you really don't want to can. Oh, just so delicious. Jack asked for them again the next night. So it all was not lost. I still have the big barrel of carrots that need to come out as well. I'll bring you along for that part. But, you know, I don't know what's going on with carrots. I don't know what's going on with soil. I don't know what's going on with the weather. Y'all, I feel like just struggling. It's growing, but nothing is like meeting its maximum capacity. You know, it's not, the potential is not being met. It's there, it's just not there. So anyhow, all right, let's end this video. You guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.